What do you need?
I don't know, man. My leg just feels a little weak, a little tired.
Tired, huh? Are you in pain?
No. It's not that. It just feels a little funny.
Funny? Lay back.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. It just feels a little weak. You know, like if you sprain your finger, but like not quite that. I don't know. I mean, it feels stretched.
Well, you probably pulled a hamstring. We'll take some x-rays and see exactly what's going on.
What's that mean?
Well, if it's just a hamstring, you're gonna have to probably sit out a few games, maybe a week.
Can I play on it?
You could. I wouldn't advise it. These things will only get worse if you aren't patient with them.
Nah. If I can keep playing, I want to play on it.
Ultimately, it's your choice.
If it gets any worse, I'll come back in. But I mean, I just can't miss this kind of time this season. Got a lot of goals I'm trying to hit out there, X.
All right. Well, at least we'll get you in the ice bath, all right?
Ice bath?
Ice bath. You're gonna love it. Little rubber ducky.
K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Milwaukee Bucks at their home, BMO Harris Bradley Center. We've seen some solid play from this Milwaukee team recently. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And the Bucks have some fantastic wing players on their team. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jabari Parker. How well do these two complement each other, Jet?
Giannis and Parker, they both attack the rim. You know, the injury slowed Parker down early, but, you know, Giannis is what they call the freak. He is a guy who can do things differently than any other person can. He can probably play 4 spots. Parker is going to be tough to guard as he gets more experience.
How do you compare the two, Shaq?
Well, Parker is more skilled of the two, but Giannis is more athletic. I don't know where you guys went to school at, but Giannis does not start with the G. It's Giannis. I know how to read. 4 degrees, baby.
It's silent.
Time for tip-off as we send it over to Evan Arlen.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Phoenix Suns come in for this one. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. After this game, the Bucks head back out on the road. And, of course, Tyler Ennis. Despite what he brought to this team in his absence, they've really taken off.
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their young players are ready to take on more responsibility. And they're going to be more minutes for guys that weren't seeing a whole lot of them before.
Looking at these two teams, Doris, exciting young talent to watch.
I'll tell you, 2 teams on the rise. Young talent that's only going to get, with repetition, better and better. They've got a chance to be a factor in the league for a long time, and you and I get a front row seat to their growth.
Isn't it fun to think about what they could accomplish? That's a great part of sports when you see a young player like that.
Takes a little imagination, but we can see it.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker pairing up with the 1 and the 2. Warren is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Bender in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And stolen by Booker. And stolen by Freak. And just to speak about the closeness of Orange Juice, not only do they share the ball well on the court, but they are tied at the hip off the court.
It goes so far that they even get their haircut at the same place. Apparently, Justice introduced him to his barber, and they can often be found on off days hanging out and talking about life.
Well, we know the report that Trez is nursing a hamstring injury. At times you can see him favorite out there, but he's made it clear he intends to play through it.
And it's a risky move. I mean, hammies are so crucial in basketball. You admire his courage to work through it, but you have to worry that he isn't setting this up to be a recurring problem.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And Young kicks to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. There's the pass to Warren. That one a little long. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with head coach Earl Watson. He said they know the challenge going up against this team that can score so many points in a hurry. He said we cannot try to match these guys basket for basket and get away from our defense. Because if you slack off these shooters even a little bit, then they really go off. We'll see if they can find that balance tonight and even this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. They're probably well aware of the firepower they're up against here.
You know, it sounds like it. I mean, their coach knows how tough it is to slow this team down, and he wants to make sure his guys understand that as well.
You know, I think they're ready for it. Their coach called it out, acknowledged the challenge they're facing, and this should be a good one. Boy, terrific reaction to that missed shot. Reads right where it comes off the glass for the putback.
Freak kicks to Young. Puts up a three. Bender with the rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
No good from Booker.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Freak kicks to Young. From deep three-point range. Again, Young missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's blocked. Here's Bender and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
And given Bender's huge size, the defense has to be rough with him inside. If not, he's going to have a field day down low. And Dragan Bender, playing professionally in Europe from his mid-teens, never intimidated. He plays with a motor and an aggression that you love to see.
So he gets them both. And Bender standing 7'1" with a 9'3" standing reach. He has the length to play center, but he still has to get stronger.
Well, you have to remember, he didn't turn 19 until just before the start of the season. He'll add muscle over time, but for right now, he has the mobility and skill to play forward.
Phoenix with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks, and stolen by Freak. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Knight against Young. Knight kicks to Bender. And the wide open shot from Warren connects from three-point range.
And you got to love the unselfish play of Bender. When he sees a teammate wide open, he does not hesitate at all to whip the ball over to him.
Freak kicks to Monroe. Here's Freak, and Freak throws it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Knight.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Now here's Knight, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game.
They were right there on him, guys. When you take away space from a shooter, it can rattle and force a miss like they did there.
And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Freak.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Booker outside. They get a hand on it. Freak passes to Parker. Count it. Good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw good by Parker. And as we look forward to the playoffs, they call it the second season. Doris, what do you look for in a playoff team to reach that level of success?
I think what you see over the course of an 82-game regular season schedule is you see teams build their habits. And most of those habits start on the defensive end of the floor. If you look traditionally at NBA champions, you can go back a long time and find that the best teams and the ones that have won championships have been consistently in the top third from all of the defensive metrics. So that's, habits, defense, and then in today's NBA stars, you've got to have, I think, at least 2 and sometimes 3, depending on how big your stars are.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
On the inside there, I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
It's ridiculous to give up that many points in the paint. I think he'd like them to play a bit more physical.
Chance to look at the stats for Brandon Knight. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 19 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Now here's Knight. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Warren against Antetokounmpo. Now, here's Warren. He's guarded close.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Oh, the confidence he exudes, the toughness. He just gets inside shooters' heads.
And that one's good. Freak.
Already seizing control of this game.
2 teams in very different modes right now. One playing with energy and passion at both ends, and the other wishing for a reset button on this game.
And you folks at home might be able to hear it. Pick it up. The crowd chanting for orange juice.
This crowd appreciates great team play, and they have been spoiled with that here tonight.
Knight dishes to Warren. And they get it. Rebound by Monroe.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Clearly out of rhythm. He's pressing the issue right now. I'd like to see him get his teammates involved.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the...
Hey, way to put the squeeze on them, guys. Bring it in. Let's talk. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Quick breather and maybe scheme something up that we haven't seen yet in this game. We'll know soon enough.
the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Lenz checked in for Bender. P.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Barbosa in for Devin Booker. Out to the wing. Len kicks to Barbosa. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Knight. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
He didn't look comfortable going up, but he knew it was a good look. Had to take it.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And what a nice play there between Oranges to set up that score.
And Young got the finish, but the pass from Prez was just as important.
He dishes it to Barbosa. Over to the wing. The three from Dudley. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
To the middle, here's Monroe. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
You know, and until something changes, they have to stick with what's working, and that's pound it into the paint. That's how they built this lead.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Parker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. This is his second attempt at the line tonight. Chris, he's checked in for the Suns.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw no good for Parker. You look at the league as a whole, Doris, so much great talent in the NBA right now. But if you could go back, say in a time capsule, back to any era, what era or year would you like to go back to? And who would you like to see play live?
Well, probably a couple for me. Rick Barry would be very high on that list because I listen to experts talk now in casual conversations, and they often talk about Rick Barry as being a guy they think could be successful now. Moses Malone, you know, as a fan, I grew up just on the tail end of Moses's career. But you talk about a guy who had a dominant stretch, and then I would love to have seen Dr. J a little bit more again. I didn't see him in the ABA, saw him more in the NBA. I saw him win the championship, and that was a lot of fun, but I would love to have seen consistently those three men play.
That would be great. I think I'm ready to go in that time capsule right now. Throws up, and Freak throws it down.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
Boy, they have a chance to put an end to this one before it even really gets started. That's how good their offense has been.
Tipped away. Young with the steal. Here's Middleton, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Barbosa kicks to Knight. Here's Tucker. And nothing is falling for him right now.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And that one's good. Free.
And chalk up a few more points for them there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
For three, Barbosa. Rebound, Milwaukee. Freak's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Parker. To the paint. Here's Freak. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. And Phoenix also making a switch. Goodwin's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. We've seen a lot of unhappy players leaving the Suns in recent seasons. Might be addition, Doris, by subtraction.
Well, Kevin, I don't know. The front office admitted that perhaps they'd made a mistake and should have held on to All-Star Isaiah Thomas, but chemistry is so critical. You need players pulling in the same direction, willing to make the team better. And hopefully, you know, the change in personnel gets them back on track.
There's Freak. Slammed down there by Prez, and the feed from Young.
Yeah, Orange Juice making it look easy. You have to love that play from them.
There's the pick. Knight passes to Goodwin. Plan a screen. Got a piece of it. Now here's Goodwin. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock. Knight, that's a two-pointer. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Well, this is what makes Knight so difficult to contend with. Routinely hits shots with a hand in his face.
Middleton for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop, and Freak throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Here is Knight following the bucket by the Bucks. Just 3 to shoot. Tucker can't get it to go. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. The Bucks on top, running away with this one. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Recently, we sat down with Prez to talk about how NBA players deal with injuries during the season.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm actually dealing with a nagging injury right now. The most important thing is to be patient and to allow your body to get the rest it needs, even though I get kind of anxious and want to get back out there. And that can be hard when all you want to do is be out there with your teammates, you know. But Xavier, our trainer, is great about giving me options and supporting me through my recovery. So I got to give him props for that. Shout out, Xavier. Couldn't do it without you, man.
Injuries can be tough to deal with, too, Greg, especially for young players still finding their way in the NBA.
Kevin, you're right. They're not always willing to listen to their bodies and get that rest when they need it most. That's why the training staff is so vital. If they can get these young guys to buy in early and get in good habits, it'll set them up long term and really make a difference over the course of their career.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Well, they trust each other, and that's something you establish in practice and in games, and you don't see a ton of miscommunication out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Freak in at shooting guard. John Henson out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Young in at the point guard position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Freak in their last outing against the Jazz was all business. Just a staggering number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, David. You had to just just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
He has made you wonder how the defense is going to scheme and try to stop him tonight. My thought is, whatever they do choose, he may have an answer for it.
Phoenix shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw
Take a
attempts,
break.
right
Take a
around
break.
78%.
2 shots.
Free throw good one. And, you know, certainly the culture of the NBA and basketball has seen some shifts over the last couple decades. Doris, when you look at the game today, how do you think it's changed? And where do you think it's going?
But I think from a strategy standpoint, the biggest change in the NBA culture is that it's going smaller and faster. It's trending toward positionless players where guys can shift among 3-4 positions at a time. And then the other part of the neat thing is, in this day and age of social media, from the off-the-court stuff, we're starting to see these guys become fashion icons.
It's good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Chandler outside. He kicks it to Bender. Phoenix no good that time either. Bucks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Toledovich misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And Freak throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Warren. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. No good from Booker. Here's Milwaukee now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And here's Young from the arc. And Prez getting the ball over to Justice Young for that triple.
And you could tell Prez was going to get that ball to Young outside when he caught it.
Goodwin kicks to Warren. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And a moment to check out the story of the steals this season. All the pilfers for the tandem of Justice Young and Prez compared to the rest of the team.
Well, you had a feeling just from watching OJ how special they are at coming up with the steals. This is just an incredible graphic. You think of all the easy points that this team has generated off of turnovers and steals, and a huge part of that is due to the relentless thievery of Prez and Young.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Goodwin. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. And Plumlee kicks to Freak. Chalk up 2 there. Freak's got 31 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Phoenix, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Chandler, a screen. Kicks to Booker. Off the screen. Excellent D there from Freak.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
I'll tell you, he doesn't always get enough credit for it, but Toledovich becoming more aware as a passer.
Now here is Barbosa, looking for his first basket still in this one. Warren kicks to Bender. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Well, that's the danger. Very hard to get the momentum back once it's shifted.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
And here is Barbosa, following Marcus Morris's 3. Chandler with the screen on Morris. Warren kicks to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Plumlee dishes to Freak. The shot from the low post is good. Freak's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, you talk about a dominant quarter. Everything's coming up points for this guy.
They set the screen. Chandler kicks to Booker. Shot to end this cold run, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Bend to the pass to Barbosa. They double him with Freak. Booker, with no one around, sinks the triple. Booker's got 6.
Sound mechanics, soft touch. Booker will be deadly from beyond the arc for a long, long time.
And that one's good. Freak.
He's doing everything he can to help stretch this lead. He's working hard, converting at a high percentage of them. Nice.
Well, Devin Booker was named, Doris, as one of the USA Select players this past summer. He's a good young player.
And don't be fooled into thinking this is just getting named to the practice squad. A lot of All-Stars got their start by playing on the USA Select team. I won't be surprised if Mr. Booker is representing his country in international competition in short order.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Barbosa kicks to Warren. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, the NC State product, right? T.J. Warren. You like what he can do on the offensive end, and more importantly, how efficiently he does it. Rarely puts himself in a bad spot or takes a bad shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Warren. And with Warren, he's efficient and still doing everything he can to improve his game, Doris, and add to his offensive skill set.
Well, I think, Kevin, the three-pointer has already made big jumps for him. Pretty much double the rate he takes them between his first.
Changes for Phoenix. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Bucks on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. A lot of scoring in the first half. What got you going offensively in those 2 quarters?
Coach tells me to do something and I do it. Simple as that. He wants me to assert myself on offense, so I did. And I don't know, there's nothing more to it. Simple as that. So sorry to disappoint you.
You never disappoint when you play that well. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Just do what you've been doing, and it's smooth sailing. Let's go. Come on.